you ready?
Ready?
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Working Amy podcast. I'm Nora.
I'm Maria.
And today we're just going to read some recents I guess recents as in like from this year. So yeah, we've been getting some more submissions, especially since we posted the last episode. It hasn't been posted as of when we're recording, but it obviously will have been posted by the time
this comes out.
So, yeah. And these will all be from this year. So, ready?
Ready.
Okay. All right. Okay. The subject line, so this is from February 13th.
Okay.
Of this year.
All right. Sorry.
The subject line is this the worst idea ever?
Oh. Already captured my attention. Remember when you're sending in posts, make a catchy title because those are the ones that get our attention.
Okay. This person says, "Hi, love the pod. I've been listening to it every day to and from the barn.
Oh.
Here we go. I just recently got back into riding after a 10-year break. Prior to my break, I was very competitive in the Big Eck and up to meter 20.
Well.
I am planning on buying my dream horse in about 1 to 2 years, a meter 40 jumper, likely an import. However, currently, I have been riding an amazing 5-year-old fancy, all caps, hunter. The catch is that he doesn't pass a vetting." Oh, I forgot to say what our discussion topic is going to be.
Oh, this is perfect.
We're going to talk about PPEs for the discussion topic.
I feel like you just really went into that very nicely. Perfect.
Findings including some arthritis in his hock/stifle and some navicular changes. He is sound, no issues as of yet. If there wasn't this vetting issue, this is a 6-fig horse. Hack winning at top venues along with a 10 out of 10 jump. The owner is most definitely open to offers and unique situations. Is it the worst idea ever to buy this horse on the low? Give it miles and get it to a place where it could be leased out as a junior hunter. It would be on OSFOS and anything else needed to ensure its health and soundness. Looking forward to your perspective.
Oh, this is such a fun one. Okay. Should we do pricing first, or should we just kind of talk through this?
Let's do pricing.
Okay.
What we think would be a good price for this horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 5.
It's young.
It's really young, but
it's young.
It has
arthritis and navicular changes.
Yeah. But it's a hack winner, 10 out of 10 jump. This person says it would be a 6-figure horse if there wasn't the betting issue.
Okay. This one's tough because I don't know at 5 if it hasn't done anything. Honestly, if it would be do you think it would be a 6-figure
Well, it says
horse?
hack winning at top venues.
So it's has competed? Okay, it has competed.
It sounds like it has.
Okay. I mean, for 5 to be a 6-figure horse, I mean, I guess if it's a hack winner, I'd probably just still put it in high 5s.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put it in 6 because it's so young. I know horses are going for a lot, but in my head, I just I really can't justify at 5. I don't know if I could justify it. Maybe I would put it in the high 5s. I don't know if I would put it at 100 plus.
Yeah.
At 5. Yeah. Maybe another 6 months, another year showing, and then yes, for sure. But I don't know at 5 if I would do that. So in my head, I'm just gonna be high 5s. Mm-hmm. You can tell me if I'm wrong. TikTok podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. With high 5s. Oh geez, Joe's texted me worried she's still hungry about the baby.
You want to do a pause?
Yeah, let's pause. All right, I'm gonna keep rolling though, and then I'll just cut this out.
Okay.
I'll be I don't know.
We're back.
So
many things going on. All right. I think you might have to remind me.
Were we? So we said we would probably say high 5s. But with the vetting issue or without the vetting issue?
I think without the vetting issue, and the only reason I say that is because he's so young.
It's really young.
It's
yeah.
5. Because how much possible experience can it have at 5? I guess it depends if it's a late 5 or an early 5.
Yeah.
But I would still put it high 5s. And then with the vetting issue, this is tough because this is a situation where this is going to be, I can't wait for the PPE discussion because we'll go all into this. But it's like, how much are you willing to put into maintenance? Because this is a horse that's going to require maintenance.
Yep.
And this is a situation where you're going to have to talk to your vet, talk to your trainer to figure out what your goals are.
Mm-hmm.
And I would figure out what you plan on doing with the horse if something were to happen that you were no longer able to, it was no longer able to do the job that you want it to do.
That's what I was thinking too, because this person says that they would want to give it miles and get it to a place where it could be leased out as a junior hunter. So I'm assuming they still want to buy the meter 40 jumper.
Possibly, yeah. If
So
you're
then
gonna lease, I think it's very smart of this person that she didn't say, I'm going to resell it, because in that case, I would have said absolutely not.
Yeah.
But the fact that she understands that she's probably not going to be able, she's going to have a hard time selling.
Yeah.
And she said leasing. I think leasing is for sure the way to go if you do decide to buy this horse, because you'll get a lot more bang for your buck leasing a sound horse that has this issue, as long as it performs really well and it makes the extra maintenance of whoever's going to be leasing it worth I can win the hack, I can do really well at these shows. Like the pros and cons, like the pros have to outweigh the cons, which is going to be the maintenance.
Yeah. And I think the other con is obviously like the level of risk that you're taking on.
Yes.
Because what if the horse is like 12 and can't do the junior hunter job?
Yeah, like what are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
After, and you can't lease it out. Like you're going to have to think about that.
Or, yes, exactly. Like if it can't do the junior hunter job, or are you willing to maybe take a lower lease price and lease it out as like a 2.6 horse?
Yeah.
Or like a 2-foot horse.
And you have the financial means in order to do that.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
You can take that hit on whatever you're going to buy it for.
Or if you have to keep it for a little bit, like if you can't lease it out for some reason, if it does become unsound, then what? Yeah. Because if you can only afford one horse, those are the kinds of things you have to think about. If your plan is to have this horse and the meter 40 jumper, you have to think like, if this horse for some reason can't do this job or can't be leased out, at some point, can you afford to keep 2 horses?
Correct.
So.
Yeah. I mean, and as what it would go for with the vetting issues.
Mid-5s.
Yeah. I was going to say like 45. You think it would go higher if it was a hack winner? And
maybe like 50?
50? I'm comfortable. I'll say 50.
I'd have to see the horse.
Yeah. I mean, to see like what it actually, and I would love to see the record on the horse.
Yeah. I looked up this person on USCF, but they have kind of a generic name. So there's a lot of people with that name. So.
And there's no really description of the horse that you can say.
There's no description of the horse.
Yeah, this would also be a conversation with your vets, particularly being like, what is my maintenance? What do you think the path is going to be for this horse?
Yeah.
How long do you think this horse is going to be able to do its job? Like I will be sitting down and having a very in-depth conversation with my vet about what the expectations are before I even purchase.
Yeah.
But I would say, depending on the severity of the case and the prognosis, 40 to 50. 40, 55? I don't know if I'd go high as 60 for that. Because when you're doing comps, you have to be like, all right, can I get a 5-year-old hack winner for that price? Maybe not. It would, because we said high 5, so maybe 60. 40 to 60 in that range anywhere, depending on prognosis and severity. So definitely lower. But then she said, what is her ultimate question was, am I crazy for...
Is this a terrible
idea?
I don't think... I mean, she's asking for our opinion. I was going to say, I don't think it's for us to determine, because...
we don't know...
It depends on all of those situations that we talked about.
Yeah, and there's a lot of variables going on there, and a lot of them depends on your personal life. Mm-hmm. I mean, personally... I wouldn't take a chance. I wouldn't do this, because if my goal is to buy a jumper, because I want to do the jumpers again. I mean, she said she did Big Ek growing up.
Yeah.
Depending on what your goals are for riding.
She said she did the Big Ek and up to 1.20 meters.
Like, I don't know if I would be spending that much money, because it is a good amount of money to spend still on a horse with that prognosis at 5. And if you plan on getting another horse, you don't know what the maintenance is going to be for that horse.
Yeah, like if you have extra money to spend every month, then sure.
Yeah, if you're like, I will throw whatever I can at it. I mean, I think it's a smart idea if you really love this horse and it's like, I want to lease it out. I think I can make a good, I can make a good amount on leasing it. Yes, but I mean, I think it really depends on financially if you can afford. And this isn't even about the purchase price. This is going to be pure maintenance.
Yes. I also would talk to your vet on...
And a farrier.
And do like a risk assessment.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you can't know what's going to happen ever. Even with a 100% sound horse, stuff happens, stuff comes up. But with a horse... with these vetting issues, like, go to your vet and be like, what is the risk assessment here? Like, what are the chances that, like, we can keep this horse sound for a long time? Or, like, keep it sound to do this job for a long time? Because junior hunter, I mean...
They can lease out. I mean, you could if the horse is doing, say, prognosis is, really decent, and you can lease it out. You can lease out a horse doing that well for 40 to 50, or even more. So you would be getting your money back, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it really depends on whether the, leasee is willing to take that risk, like the pros and the cons.
Yeah.
This is more going to be more of a strategic risk is taking on risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. To answer your question, I don't think it's the worst idea ever.
No.
You just have to weigh the risks.
Yes.
And decide if
weigh the pros and cons.
You're willing to take that on, especially if you still have the intention of buying the 1.40 meter jumper. Like we said a few times already, if something happens with this horse and it can't be leased out and you have it on your bill for a short time or a long time, is that something that you're able to manage?
To do. Can you take that hit?
Yeah.
On it. So. Yeah, this is a fun one. I like ones like these. People send in more like them. I love giving our unsolicited. Well, this one's solicited. This is solicited, but our opinion and talking things through, because there are so many variables that you don't discuss. It's not a clean and I can't wait to get into the PPE. Like I said before, it's not a yes or no. There's a lot of gray area, and you really have to think about your personal situation when you're assessing whether you take a risk. Because I always say, even leasing a horse out, risk mitigator, it's not a cost saver.
Yes.
But for this, personally, I would not do it just because of my situation. But if you have the funds, you have the knowledge to manage the situation, go for it.
Yes, exactly.
I'm excited to read this one. I haven't read it yet, but she actually reached out to me. She DM'd me and let me know that she was going to send this in. So I haven't read it because I wanted my full reaction on the podcast. Okay. All right. So this was sent August 26th. And then it's ISO.
Oh, August 26th, as in 4 days ago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, ISO and what I got, Maria should read.
Okay.
Hi, I used your podcast so much as education on my horse shopping journey, and then worked with Maria to plan my finances, and was provided with absolutely invaluable advice along the way. Oh, thank you. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. So I thought I'd send my ISO and what I ended up getting. Okay. I was looking in early 2025 and purchased in mid-June. I'm in the U.S. Northeast/Mid-Atlantic area. ISO. Okay. 15.2 to 16 hand. No older than 12. Okay with young and needs finishing as long as I can ride it myself now. Trainer will support. Would like to play in hunter or jumper rings. Doesn't need to be a winner. Showing for fun. Won't jump over 3 foot, 1 meter, and that's at least a year away. No breed or color preference, preferably not gray. Don't need anything fancy. Mare or gelding is fine. Looking for super sweet. Prefer more woe than go, but mostly nothing hot/spooky. Safe with a good brain is my number one. I'm a soft rider, mildly anxious. Barn is in a suburban area, so it can be a little noisy. Budget is ideally blank. No higher than blank for the absolute perfect horse.
Okay. I don't think this person has a huge budget because she doesn't have a lot of, like, I don't want to say she doesn't have a lot of asks, but her asks are very reasonable. She's not looking for, like, I don't know, 1.50 meter horse to, like, do the adult amateur jumpers on or something. She wants to show for fun. No breed or color preference, except no grays, ideally. I don't know. At first,
I can't help you on this one because I helped her come up with the budget.
I'm trying to think because I have two numbers in my head, and I can't decide if I want to go with the higher one or the lower one. I'm gonna say, what's her budget? $25K.
A little higher.
30?
Yes.
Okay.
So budget is ideally in the 30K or under range, no higher than blank for the perfect absolute horse.
No higher than 35?
40? 40. Yes.
I think that's a pretty good budget for what she's asking for.
It was. And, like, we had, like, an in-depth conversation about, you know, we ran through all of her finances, what her expectations were. And I will say, like, her expectations were so flexible. She just really wanted her heart horse. She's so sweet. Shout out, you know who you are. Yeah, so sweet. So much fun to kind of talk this through with her. And, we ended up coming into, like, this range for, you know, what would be a reasonable ask for the horse that she was looking for. Okay. So yes, Nora agrees that was reasonable.
I agree. That's I think a more than reasonable budget.
All right, what I got.
Okay.
A 17.2 hand Holsteiner gelding, string test to 18 hands, imported in April from Czech Republic, turned 4 2 weeks ago after I bought him, or 2 weeks after I bought him. Wow. He's a gray. Don't you love how that happens?
That's funny.
But currently very dark. Photos attached. He had done 2 small hunt schooling shows since being in the U.S., first or second at both of them, but was advertised to us as green as grass. He did not really know how to pick up his right lead canter on the flat. Weirdly, did have a lead change. But he had the sweetest, goofiest personality on the ground, was quiet and not a deadhead, had the most comfortable canter I've ever ridden, and seemed bright and willing.
I think they got him for under budget. Yeah, I think she went under budget on him. I feel like the Czech Republic has, like, the horses there are, like, cheaper.
But remember, she bought him here in the U.S.
Oh, she bought him.
Yeah,
I thought she imported him.
Yeah, no, she didn't import him. He was imported, and then he was imported in April from the Czech Republic. So someone else imported him, and then turned 4 2 weeks ago after I bought him. Okay, so he was imported, and then she bought him.
Okay. I thought she imported him. Okay.
In June. So he was there April, May, June. So he was there in the US for 3 months.
I feel like they, like, I don't think they paid a lot of money to import him. I don't think that they paid a lot of money for him when they imported whoever she bought him from. Did she get him for 30?
Oh, you mean like the purchase price?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. No, you're wrong.
Higher. She bought him for higher? 35?
Higher.
40?
Higher.
45?
Higher.
Really?
Yeah.
50?
53.
Oh, wow.
53,000. So she said purchase price was 53,000. A lot happened around the purchase that led me to exceed my budget by this much, but let's just say it was all positive reasons and my finances are intact.
Okay.
As you can imagine, I had a slight panic attack. But yeah, I was super happy for her. We brought him in on a 2-week trial, and the more time I spent with him, the more I knew he was my horse, and I would be devastated if anyone else bought him. I was following the seller, contacted my trainer, and realized that I had sent a photo of him being imported to my friend with a heart eyes emoji. Weeks later, I was looking at a video she had of a different horse and saw his video and knew I had to try him. The whole thing felt like fate. I've now had him about 2 months and genuinely feel like I stole him for what I paid, which is insane, I know. He is the barn favorite on the ground, and my trainer says he's one of, if not the best horse she's ever ridden.
Aw.
No one can believe he's only 4. He learns so quickly, I would swear he thinks about what he learns between rides. He could not pick up his right lead canter. We worked on it a bit and then backed off due to the heat, and then 2 weeks later, he has the most beautiful right lead transitions you've ever seen, even after not schooling them. He is seemingly bomb-proof in spite of several other opportunities. His only spook was when a deer jumped out of the bushes next to him.
Fair.
We're being cautious to bring him along slowly. I appreciate that. He won't show until he's at least 6, and he's getting a thorough education on the flat and basics of dressage. She really seems like her and her trainer are bringing him up, properly. My goal is for him to have a long, happy career doing whatever brings him joy. While my plans for myself aren't big and fancy, we think he has a lot of potential, so I'm considering options for the future to let riders without the same resources ride and show him.
Oh,
that's
so
nice. Sweet. I didn't know that. That's really nice. I have no intention of ever selling him. He's mine forever, and I feel so lucky every single day to have ended up with him as my first and forever horse. Super excited the pod is back and grateful for all I learned from your back catalog along the way. And then she said attach photos and a video under my trainer this past weekend at a clinic of my boy for you to enjoy, and because I will brag about him to anyone who will or won't listen.
Aw. That's awesome. Well, congratulations.
I'm excited to read that post.
All
right, let's talk about purchase.
So I personally think she might have overpaid a little bit.
I think it was high as well.
But there also is the saying, a horse is only worth as much
as someone will pay
for it.
Yes, and if I think it's so funny that she saw him when he was first imported and then was like, oh my gosh, I love this horse. And then just so happens
to see him again.
And was like, all right, I love this horse. I'm willing to, do whatever. I do think that it was maybe a little high. I don't think it was that high.
No, I don't think it was like egregious.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I can't remember if the tariffs went into effect in April when he was seemingly imported, but I was just thinking of
I don't remember. Import
costs plus purchase costs. Actually, one of my friends at the barn just imported a horse earlier this year too from the Czech, and it was like it's lower than what you would pay for US, but it's not like jaw-droppingly low for purchase price over there, and she also got a younger horse. So it doesn't shock me because when you consider what you would have paid over there plus import costs and quarantine plus training for 3 months or any shows that he would have done, that purchase price, I don't know if that purchase price included commission as well. It could have. I don't know though. Maybe she paid.
I don't know. I feel like when people talk about purchase price, they talk about purely the purchase price,
not the commission. So she probably would have paid commission on top of that. So maybe it was a little bit high, but again, like he's beautiful. Heart horse. Like if.
I mean, and it sounds like he has a lot of potential. And if she was like, I bought him as an investment, I'd be like, that's a little high for an investment horse if you're going to try to like
resell him. That's what probably the original owner who imported him was doing. So she probably had to make a profit off of him. So like when you think about it in that way, like the cost of the horse, the import, the training and board to keep him there, and you add up all those costs and then you're still trying to get a profit, then that $53,000 doesn't, it's not like a shocker because, the original owner was trying to make something as well, the profit. So, it makes sense. But yeah, it was only a little bit. I mean, it was slightly higher than, what she originally had planned. But she said life circumstances had allowed her to increase the budget, which is great.
That's good.
But yeah, we're super happy for you.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Can't wait to hear updates about how, he's doing and you guys are doing. And yeah, this was a fun one to read.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
Based off of the subject lines.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
The subject lines aren't like crazy,
I'm
but
feeling pressure.
I'll give you a choice.
All right.
Okay, this one is first horse for a 16-year-old on a budget, ISO versus what I got. And then the other one is guess the sale price, jumper pony.
Let's do the first one.
Okay.
And then we can maybe do the second one next podcast.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do jumper ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have any jumper ponies that you want to send it over, because that will be one of our ISOs.
That can be one of our
jumper ponies.
Yeah. Okay, so admittedly, this one's not that recent. It's from December.
That's okay. We'll make an exception.
Okay. ISO. Mare or gelding, 4 to 15 years old, can be green but needs to be safe, 15 plus, hands I'm assuming, doesn't need a perfect vetting but must hold up showing 3 foot, blank price range, I would possibly do blank for the perfect fit. Prospect for the 3-foot hunter or ek, I would consider a jumper if it was the perfect fit. I decided I wanted to do jumpers after writing this. Okay, so do you want to guess?
Okay,
that was it for the ISO.
That was the budget. Okay, so I had to guess the budget, what that was. Did she say any kind of breed?
No.
Okay, so no breed. She just wants something for the 3-foot hunters or ek.
Yes.
Possibly can cross over to the jumper land.
Yep.
Okay.
And 4 to 15 years old, mare or gelding, green can be green but needs to be safe.
But needs to be safe. That was like her only requirement in there, and there was no breed.
No breed.
I think it's low. But how low? How low? How low do we go? I'm sorry, I'm thinking in my head, I just said that. I'm thinking of what is it? How low can you go? Can you go down low? What is that called?
Is that the cha-cha slide? No.
Is it? No. That's what I was thinking too, but it's not. Is it not? Oh my gosh, that's going to be in my head. I'm going to have to think about that after. Okay. Back to that. So I think with what she's asking, she's probably looking at like not a warm blood, like an OOTB or a thoroughbred or a cross. I think it's under 25, 5 to 14.
4 to 15.
4 to 15. 4 to 15.
It's basically the same.
4 to 15. But the only thing that's catching me a little bit is that she wants something for the 3-foot hunters or ek. Or that can cross over to the jumpers. This one's hard. The ones that don't give you much description are hard because you have to make assumptions.
I know.
Oh, any breed we say is definitely under 25, or most likely under 25. So I'm just gonna stick with the under 25. She gave a wide range of ages, so she's willing to take anything. So I'm gonna down that a little bit. I'm hung up on the 3-foot hunters. Did you say anything about showing?
No.
Slow 5s. Is it like 15?
Less.
10?
10 is like the max.
The max. Okay, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, they said 4-figure price range. I would possibly do 10K for the perfect fit.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense. With what she's asking, or he is asking, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so here is the ad for the horse that she got.
Okay.
9-year-old 16.2 bay thoroughbred gelding. Blank is a very good jumper, jumping 3-foot courses. He is honest and brave and gives the feeling that he can jump a big fence. He has cross-country schooled and is game for everything we have asked of him. He would be suited for someone who is ready to put the finishing touches on his training this winter before competing in the spring. Price to sell, blank.
Price to sell is low. Price to sell usually means get them off my bill. 4 figures, for sure. There's no way that was over 10.
And then she added a little bit
at the end
more. Yeah,
you want me to guess?
Let me read this first.
Okay.
She said, despite me being extremely nervous and making some dumb mistakes while trying him, he took such great care of me, especially with the downpour outside. He's been in training with a well-known eventer in Pennsylvania. He is very athletic, a bit forward, could definitely do EC with me as he is a very good listener. A very cute mover, is so honest, and has changes most of the time. We will be working more with that during our winter of flat work. He does have some OTTB jewelry, as my trainer described it, but we had 3 different vets go over his x-rays, and they said none of it will cause issues. All the vets said he was a great deal. I'm curious to know what you guys think.
7,500.
More.
Was it more than 10?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Mm-hmm. When she said a well-known eventer in Pennsylvania, I think I know who it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think. So I was like, I don't think that they're selling horses for like low 4s, but the rest of it was just like, oh, I could see it. Plus the jewelry usually means that there was findings on the PPE that came with, being raced.
Yeah.
15.
A little bit less.
12,500?
1,200. 12,000. 12,000, not 1,200.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it was beyond what she wanted to spend.
Yeah, it
but
was.
I think for now, if this was in December, you said?
Yes.
I think given the market, that makes sense. I mean, especially I feel like for horses, yes, they're only worth what you're willing to spend, but it's also who they're coming from. Mm-hmm. And if they're coming from a reputable barn, then they do tend to go for more than, say, your average or not so well-known sellers.
Yeah. So
you can up the price depending on who's selling the horse. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't surprise me. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's a good reasonable price.
Yeah, I think so too. I think 12 is reasonable. She's not that much over budget.
I think that part about a big name eventer in Pennsylvania, I think in this case it could be that the seller, whoever was selling the horse, especially if it's one of the people that I'm thinking of, that I think could have put the price at that higher level. If it was someone that wasn't well known, then I think it could have decreased it.
Yeah.
Maybe to under 10.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, but yeah, I think that was a reasonable price to pay for a horse like that.
Yeah, I agree.
And how old was it? How old was the horse?
9.
9?
Uh-huh.
Was there anything else in that ad?
No, that was it.
All right, good. You got a good price for him and kept almost within your budget, so that's a positive.
Good job.
And I do love that even though the horse came with jewelry, as they said, that you were not like, it failed the PPE, or your trainer was not like, it failed the PPE.
Yeah.
You were willing to take that on because that is just something that, can come with having a thoroughbred.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, we had a Facebook post from last time that we read where this person was looking for an OTTB with nothing on the PPE, and we were like, that's
can't have any prior
impossible.
Injuries, maintenance. I don't want it at all. Yeah. Craziness.
All right. Last one for you. You have one more.
Okay. Right?
I think you do.
Do I? All right.
Okay.
This is a short one, but we got this. All right. Hello.
Hello.
You. Love you guys so much. This is from August 19th.
Okay.
So nice to see the transparency in the industry. I am an ISO, a jumper prospect. 5 to 12 years old, would prefer something around 7 to 8. Must have scope for the 1 meters. 15.3 to 17 hand. No stall weavers. Open to all breeds, but preferably a warm blood/warm blood cross. Show experience not required, but a plus. Must be started over fences, located in the Northeast. Budget is blank.
So if she's looking for a prospect, honestly, I think you're not finding a prospect at 7 or 8 years old, to be honest. Especially something, because she said like little, like not that much show experience is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants something to do the meter, which is also super reasonable. I mean, most horses can at least
jump
do
a meter. Mm-hmm.
I don't think like, I don't know, most horses that you're going to find aren't really going to be prospects by 7 or 8.
Yeah, I think maybe by prospect she was just looking for maybe, I think she meant maybe like a back burner or something that had potential. Because when I think of prospect, I think of like a younger horse. So I think maybe it was just like the wording.
Yeah,
possibly.
Maybe.
But yeah, 7 to 8, she said. Because she doesn't seem like she wants something too young, but maybe has some experience prior. So yeah, I would.
Yeah. What else did she say?
So it doesn't need to jump over a meter or must have scope for a meter, no stall weavers, but she's open to all breeds, preferably a warm blood / warm blood cross. And she did say 5 to 12 years old.
Yeah.
So she did give a wide range there, but she said just preferably something 7 to 8. Must be started over fences. Show experience not required, but a plus.
Okay, so if you're looking for something, again, by 7 or 8, most horses are going to have
some kind of
show experience.
Unless it's a back burner or yeah.
Well, she doesn't want a specific breed, but she prefers a warm blood. I don't think her budget's huge. I don't know. I'm feeling like 25 again.
Good job. I was like, I didn't want to say it, but I was like, come on, think back of all the ones that we've read that had prefers warm blood. Good job. Yes, her budget is $25,000.
Okay. Yeah. I have mixed feelings about that.
All right, let me hear it.
So if you prefer a warm blood, I don't think you're going to get that for less than like 40, if I'm being honest.
If it has some kind of show
experience. If it has some kind of show experience, if it's 7 to 8, I don't think you're getting that for less than 40. If it's young and maybe doesn't have show experience or has some type of quirk.
You're looking at a quirk, a PPE finding, a
like very
needle in a haystack,
no experience,
get it off my bill type situation. If it's, because even I think the warm blood, like young warm bloods, like 3-4 are going for at least 40.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes. I don't think her budget's high enough
for a warm blood.
Yeah. If you're looking,
she said preferably, but she did say she's open to all breeds.
If you're open to all breeds, you can definitely find like a thoroughbred easily
in that range. Yeah, with all of those requirements, I think would be like totally reasonable. You'll find a really great one, and you could probably even find one that has a good amount of show experience that is not young. But she did say she's looking for prospects particularly.
Yeah. So if you want young and if you want a prospect that maybe doesn't have that much show experience, like, oh my god, Hazel's awake. She's only been sleeping for like half an hour. That's why I'm distracted, because I can hear her bang. She like goes like this in her crib, really? And I can hear her because she's right above us. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find a warm blood with those requirements for 20. I mean, I don't know. People do, but it would be hard to find a warm blood with those requirements for $25,000.
Yeah, and I think she knows that too, because she did say she's open to all breeds. I think too, when she said I'm ISO for a jumper prospect, but she gave such a wide range, I really think she means like I will get it off my bill, back burner, left in a pasture, like quirky, like she knows that her budget's not high enough to get what she really wants, so she's being very flexible. Because for me, Prospect, like you said, is a horse on the younger end. Like for 12, I wouldn't be saying is a jumper Prospect.
Yeah, for 12, it's 12 is not.
She's looking for a deal. It seems like. So I almost feel like she'd be more drawn to the warm bloods. Like she would want something. So I think it depends on what you want. Like, are you willing to deal with quirky, something off on the vet exam? Or PPE findings, like what are you willing to deal with to get a warm blood in that price range, or would you be willing to take a really great other breed, TB, quarter horse, cross, anything like that for a lower price and get something, you know, that has show experience already. Maybe you can even find something that does like 110, you know, like it doesn't have to be. It depends on if you want something that you want to develop, in which case I'd probably be looking at the lower end or, you know, a back burner or something, or if you want something already made.
Yeah, definitely.
For me, I think she's looking for something that she wants to develop. So I'd probably be looking on the younger end of that 5 to 12 years.
Yes. Even then, though, to be honest, I don't think you're going to find a warm blood for $25K.
I mean, not at 5 years old. If it has something, it has to have something off or something that will make it in that price range. Because we have seen one-off situations where you do get warm bloods. Like, they are out there. Are they rare? Yes. But they're out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it's unreasonable, but I don't think it's reasonable. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's, like, not completely out of the question, but you're going to have a hard time.
Yeah. I would for sure adjust your price, your age range, and, like, kind of zone in a little bit more, focus a little bit more on what you want, because I think the jumper Prospect and the age is kind of throwing me off a little bit. Yes. With that wide range. Yeah. Because for a 12, I wouldn't be thinking it's a jumper Prospect. Yeah. Like, I would say, like, I mean, do you want something to develop? Then yes, a Prospect. Yes, it's probably going to be on the lower end. Or do you want something already developed that can jump? Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah. But yeah, I think 25 in general for all breeds is a good budget. Yeah. For all breeds. Yeah. Yeah, for all breeds. For all breeds, not if you're looking for warm blood. Yeah. Specifically. Correct. All right. Cool. All right. Okay. Well, that was it for ISOs. So we're going to talk about PPEs. Or pre-purchase exams, for those wondering. I think it's becoming pretty much a hot topic now. Because you see so many ads now that have, you know, I don't want anything on. Like, it must pass a PPE. And I think that's deterring a lot of seller, deterring. Thank you. Cannot speak today. a lot of buyers, and it's frustrating a lot of sellers. Yeah. Because you could have this great horse with, like, this one little off. And, I mean, they're very subjective, too, depending on what vet you have out to do it. So let's first explain to the people what is a PPE. I agree. So a PPE stands for a pre-purchase exam. And it's basically like a physical on a horse. For a horse. Before you decide to purchase. And a lot of people talk about PPEs in terms of pass fail, which is not what a PPE is or should be considered. Yes, and like, that can involve X-rays, blood work, flexons, pretty much anything that you want. Typical PPEs, I would say, range within, they're getting a little bit more expensive now. So I'm going to say super basic. I'll still say super, super basic is probably going to run you like $500. On the upper end, probably $5,000. Like anywhere in that range for PPE, depending on how basic or extensive you want to go. Yeah. Even now, it might not be $500. It might have increased a little bit, probably like maybe $800. I don't know. Yeah. But that's what it pretty much consists of. And usually before you decide that you want to purchase a horse, buyers will do what we call a PPE and have not the seller's vet have either your vet or a unbiased third-party vet come out to complete this pre-purchase exam.
Yeah. And PPEs are, I mean, we kind of talked about this in the first submission that we read, but they're, like we said, they're not like something that you pass or fail. A PPE is basically a risk assessment of the horse. And like when you're looking at a PPE for a horse, you should not be looking at like, this horse passed, this horse failed. You should be looking at, is this horse
capable of doing the job that I need it to do?
Yes.
A PPE, in my mind, is here's all the information about this horse, and then you can make a decision on whether that you're willing to, if that's a risk that you're willing to take regarding these findings or not.
And some PPEs are going to uncover greater risk.
Yes.
Than others. There is no such thing as a perfect PPE. I mean, if we all went and did like full body like scans and like x-rays and all that stuff, like I'm sure something would come up for every single one of us. Some type of weird like anatomy thing or like some way that like we didn't move perfectly. It's unreasonable to expect nothing to come up on a PPE, especially for a horse that has been doing a job.
Yes.
So if you are looking at like a young horse, maybe you would expect less to come up on a PPE. So again, the first one that we read, the horse was 5. It had these PPE findings. So in that case, it's like, is it worth taking the risk on this young horse?
Because it's so young,
with the PPE findings.
Yeah, like we might have had a different discussion if they said, you know, okay, it's 15 or 16.
Yes,
and this came up on the PPE. I mean, honestly, I probably would have said, yes, get it, because that you can lease it out for, you know, X amount of years. I mean, Goodzo was leased for like what, till he's 22?
Till he was like 20 or 21.
Yeah, 21. So I mean, you can, like that, for me, the trade-off makes sense between buying a horse with that when it's older, but when it's younger, I think there's still a lot of variables and unknowns.
Yeah.
To have those findings show up so young. So it's about finding the information and figuring out, can I afford the maintenance of what this PPE finding is going to cost? Yeah. And then what is going to be the long-term prognosis for something like this?
And the hard thing with the PPE is you don't know. Like the PPE isn't going to tell you whether the horse is going to be sound.
Correct.
5, 10, 15 years from now. Like, do you remember Carrot?
Yeah.
Carrot didn't pass a PPE.
Oh, really?
He was never
didn't
lame.
Take a lame step. I've heard that a couple times too. It's like didn't pass the PPE,
like didn't
but
pass. Like he had findings on his PPE.
Yeah, but didn't take a lame step in his life. Like, you just never know. And then you see horses that pass with flying colors. We're doing exclamation points for those who are listening.
Quotation marks.
Quotation marks. Sorry. Wow, I'm really off today. Maybe I should have said yes to that coffee. Yeah, you see horses that pass, quotation marks, with flying colors and end up lame.
Yeah.
You know, or on and off lame throughout their life, or, you know, get injured. You just never know.
Yeah, you know, like, PPE, like, so when we bought Squid, we did an extensive PPE because, you know, you put a lot of money into purchasing a horse, and you want to make sure, first of all, if something, we use that information to manage any maintenance that he needed, but then also, like, if something were to come up down the line, is it from something like
that previous,
something that came up, or is it like something new? Did he, you know, take a weird step in the field or like anything like that? Another thing with the PPE though is some people, we did blood work on him, and I depending on who you buy it from, would recommend doing blood work.
Yes, I agree.
Some people will like drug the horses when you trial them.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that like, I mean, I guess that also is a risk assessment if something comes up in the blood work,
or if the seller is unwilling or acting sketchy about getting a pre-purchase exam or blood work, then I would say red flag.
Yeah, I agree. So that's definitely something to consider, especially if you're looking for a hunter or an eck horse. Mm-hmm. Because like a lot of people too will like import horses from Europe, yes, and stuff, and they're like pure jumpers, but maybe they move nice and they're like, I want to sell this horse as a hunter.
Yeah, completely. Or if you import too, I think it's important because some individuals have bought horses from overseas and then they show up in the US completely different. Like maybe they were using other individuals' x-rays, maybe they didn't get, the blood work done and they were being drugged over there when you tried or something like that. That's why it's so important when you're overseas to buy from a reputable seller over there, preferably someone that your trainer knows and has connections with. Like connections, I think, especially when you're overseas, are so, so important. Yeah. Like I don't think I would ever import if I did not have a connection over there. Like by myself, like I think that's just so incredibly unsmart.
Yeah.
Unintelligent.
I agree. Yeah, it's definitely like one thing you don't ever want to do is pass on a PPE. Yeah. Like unless you are truly just willing to take the risk of like something happening.
Yes. I mean, we always say that it's not the cost of the horse, it's the cost of keeping the horse. Yeah. And a PPE is just a great way to give you a complete, what is it? I really can't talk today. Oh my God. Bullet points about what you can expect from that horse. Like even if the horse, I'm a strong proponent that even if the horse is under 5,000, if you want to buy it, get a PPE done. Even a basic one is, I think, better than no PPE at all because you can know what to expect from that horse. Because it could be a $2,000 horse, but hey, guess what? If you didn't do a PPE, you get the horse and then whoops, something came up and it's lame and now you don't know what to do with it because you can't ride it. It's the cost of the maintenance or the cost of fixing whatever it's going to be more than the horse. Is just, you don't want to put yourself in that position. Yeah. I know I did a basic PPE on Finn, but we also tried him, got the PPE, and trailered him home the same day. So.
Yeah, and I think there are things that pop up on a PPE that like might be an automatic no, but honestly, like every PPE is worth talking it over with your vet, talking it over with your trainer, and being like, is this worth it? Yeah. And what do you intend to do? Like, yes. If, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example of like a finding on a PPE.
Well, we did one, and I know this because I was listening to it, nostalgia, that the horse, I think the horse was like, sorry if I'm getting this wrong and you're listening, it was like 15 years old. They were doing like the 130s, like they were doing like the really high classes with this horse and it had navicular. Do you remember that?
Maybe.
Possibly. But she was debating whether she buys it
or,
continues to lease it.
Yes,
and
I do remember that one.
What we agreed is say buy it because with what the horse was offering her, like she said, she never went on sound. It was like maintenance, that just upkeep, but the horse was like apparently I don't think she's ever fallen off of the horse. It was just like such a saint. Yeah. Right? In that situation, would it pass a PPE? Probably not, honestly.
I think in that situation too, it was beneficial for her that she had been leasing the horse already. Yeah, for so because like, I mean, when we had Kudzo wouldn't have passed a PPE. Yeah. But it was the horse was doing its job. It was sound. Yeah. And in that case, I mean, especially if it's a saint, like you can't put a price on that. Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things where like it's definitely more of a risk assessment. Like you should never go into a PPE being like, if anything comes up on the PPE, I'm passing on this horse.
Yeah, that's why it just irritates a lot of individuals, especially sellers, when they see ISOs and it's like, when we read that one, cannot have any prior injuries, no PPE findings.
Like must pass a PPE.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what does it mean
to pass? Say, like, can you even explain what that means? Like, whoever's doing the ISO, probably not.
Yeah. Like, when I think of someone saying like must pass a PPE, I'm thinking this person is expecting no findings on a PPE, which is never going to happen.
Yeah.
Never going to happen.
I think a better way of saying that is we'll do a PPE, just so when you're posting the ISO, whoever's sending you the horse knows like, hey, I'm going to do a PPE. Yeah. Please disclose any prior findings. Like, that I think is better than being like must pass, because at least if you're saying that, it's like, hey, just so any seller knows I'm going to be doing a PPE, but, I'm willing to, to review the findings.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What are some things that would make you think twice after doing a PPE?
Would make me think twice about doing a PPE?
No, not about doing a PPE. Like, that came up on the PPE.
Oh, that came up on a PPE? Oh my gosh, this is such a subjective question.
I know. Because even, like, flections can be subjective.
Yeah, that I don't think I would have as much of an issue with. I hate to say it, but okay, I will say there's a lot of variables that go into it. For me personally, I think kissing spine, because
I agree.
I'm for kissing spine. Yeah, I know that you can have surgery, but it also depends age of the horse, what the horse is doing, what you intend to do with the horse. Like, a lot of horses that have, I shouldn't say a lot, a good amount of horses that have kissing spine, like, you can manage it, you can do surgery. One of my friends did surgery on the kissing spine. Actually, a couple of my friends, two of my friends that I know did kissing spine surgery on their horses. So it is possible to fix that issue. There is maintenance to help that issue, aid that issue. For me, I just don't think that's something I'm willing to take on.
Yeah.
Hoof issues, if they had navicular, honestly, probably not something I would take on, just because I've had so many hoof issues. The hoof makes the horse for me, and because I've had so many hoof issues with Finn, that would be something that would immediately deter me, just because it's been such a struggle.
I also think something that would make me like hesitate would be like bone spurs or like bone chips.
But those can be removed.
They can be. It depends on like where, like, it's not something that would make me like immediately pass, but I would be like,
Yeah.
Because like there was a horse, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago that I rode a little bit, who had like a bone spur in his neck.
Oh, really?
And he was like, he wasn't grumpy, but he was like particular. And had a little bit like, was like a little funky and stuff. And I think it was because of the bone spur. And when I was talking to like the people who bought him, they were like, yeah, we didn't like x-ray his neck, so we didn't know that was there.
Yeah.
Bone chips are like, you can have them removed. I think it kind of depends on like where they are. And like, for me, I want something like, if I were to buy another horse, which I'm not, Squid's not for sale, obviously. But I'm like, I want to do at least the 1.15 m, possibly the 20 to 25 m. I mean, I would love to dabble in the 30 m. I don't have the budget for that. But with that, like, I might be a little bit more picky about findings on a PPE depending on the horse.
Yeah. I think it's completely subjective, and you see this a lot with riders. Like, we just discussed our experiences. Like, for that, like, I might have overlooked that. kissing spine, someone else is probably going to overlook that, especially if it's an investment. You buy the horse with kissing spine, you do the surgery, and then, you get the horse back and resell. Like, everyone has their own personal experiences, I think, with injuries or issues that will persuade their decision or sway their decision either way. And that's trainers, that's buyers in general, parents even, if they've had issues where they've had to doll out a ton of money on an issue for their kid's horse, probably will steer clear of it next time. So it's not a particular finding. I think it's more about the individual who's doing the PPE, what their experience has been prior, if any, and then what they're willing to take on in terms of maintenance and what their financial situation is. Yeah. Like, are you willing to do I'm just saying kissing spine because I feel like that's like one of the most common that we see. Do you have the funds to do that surgery or to do the upkeep? And then what is the horse going to be doing in the meantime? Or what your intentions are for the horse over time. So, it's PPs are very subjective. Even the vets looking at the horses, depending on what their experience has been, can say, no, I would never buy a horse with this. Or, it's totally, like, it totally depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you got it done in Palm Beach?
Yeah, he was done at Palm Beach.
Oh, wait, was I with you when you got the findings or something?
Maybe.
Possibly. Or it was the day after. Because I know you were talking about...
Guess how many x-rays we got.
Oh my God. It's probably a ton. Hold on. It was a good amount. I think I remember talking to you because I was with your parents at a restaurant. And we were talking to about this. Okay, hold on. Was it like 60?
Yes. We got 60 x-rays on squid.
Because I talked about it with you because I think you guys were saying prior, like, you weren't going to get it done because you knew the seller and Carolyn. It was obviously connection.
No, we were always going to do it.
We were always going to do it. Yeah. Maybe the extensiveness of it. I don't know. I feel like I talked about this though with you guys, and you ended up doing like a super extensive PPE on him.
Yeah, we were always going to do a PPE, and I think we were always
extensive.
Gonna do because. Paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah, I know. You might as well. It's a small change compared to what you're paying for the horse.
Let's see. Conformation, low heel on both front feet, otherwise within normal limits.
Wow, they do like a heavy duty PPE. Wow.
Mild sensitivity to palpation over the mid-thoracic and SI area. So he does get his SI injections. Yeah. Dorsal musculature appears symmetrical. Small scars / unhaired areas on the left withers and mid-back over. Do you hear her?
Is that her?
Yeah, that's Hazel.
She's back.
Might be officially giving up. Let's see. Mouth appears normal. So
bright coat. Extremely normal gelding. Wait, that's it. Oh, externally. Externally normal gelding. I thought it said extremely.
Psychological exam. Horse was responsive and very well behaved throughout the course of examination. Of
course he was.
That was actually something, though, that Carolyn called out. She was like, I pay attention to how they behave during the pre-purchase exam. Yeah. So that's also something.
Yeah. See if you can be there for it, too. Like, I know a lot of individuals can't, but if you can, I think that's a really good...
we couldn't because he was in Florida and we were in Pennsylvania, obviously. Okay, so here are the comments because I don't really know. Like, a lot of the terminology is like, like mild osteophyte formation is present on the dorsal margin of the distal inner phalangeal joint. Like, I don't know what that means.
We're gonna get vets commenting on this and being like, let me explain this to you.
Yeah, if you want to explain that to me, go for it. But labs were within normal limits. Comments: the patient is currently fit to perform its intended level of use, which was the 1.15 adult jumpers. Aforementioned clinical exam and radiographic findings pose a mild risk to future athletic longevity. Maintenance joint therapies will likely be needed in the future to maintain desired level of athletic use. The horse should be brought up to date on all vaccinations and dewormers. So,
Yeah,
There
were findings, but let's also say too, because you knew, and Carolyn knew, had a close relationship with who previously owned him, and he was a very well taken care of horse.
Yes.
So findings can happen, because I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, the horse must have like been overused or this or that. Like that's why. Like you can take care of a horse the best you can, and this horse can have everything and still show up with findings on the PPE.
Yeah. And like, I mean, it says radiographic findings pose a mild risk to future athletic longevity, but then it's basically like you'll just need to do
maintenance. Upkeep.
Which we were like, we know,
but
like,
it can do the job that it's expected of now.
Exactly.
But this is good to have, because you know that you now have to do the maintenance to keep him up to this level.
Yeah,
like if you didn't have this and you started having problems, you probably would have been like, oh, well, what's going on? And then you would have had to get vets to come out anyway. To let you know. So
I haven't looked at this
you do it now or you do it later.
We did this 3 years ago, almost October 2022.
Oh,
so yeah, let's see.
Squiddy.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, you're like, oh wow, like that's a lot of stuff. There's like comments on everything.
But it's good to have. I'd rather have more information than less.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like anything crazy, honestly. Like I said, the vet was basically like, horse is good to go.
Yeah.
Might need some maintenance down the road, but you know.
Yeah. Can I ask how much that was for that extensive? Because x-rays are not cheap.
I want to say it was like $4,000.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
And that was with 60 x-rays, people. But that was also in 2022.
Yes, this was in 2022. But
sorry,
you're good.
We're trying to get comfy. I can't figure out if I want to cross my legs or not. So, yes, we both agree you should get a PPE done. Whether that be extensive or basic is dependent on a variety of factors, including and not limited to age of horse, connection, how you know the horse,
how much you're paying
for
the horse. Honestly, I think that if you're paying more for a horse,
get an extensive
PPE just to know your risk and to mitigate it.
Also, what the horse was doing prior, like even if I was spending, say, $5,000, $10,000 on a horse, but I knew that it could, based on prior history, could have some issues.
Like if it was an OTTB.
Yeah, I would probably get a little bit more of an expensive or an extensive PPE done, just to ensure that, because $10,000 is still a lot of money to put towards a horse. That at that point, you know, I might go a little bit more. But I would also make sure, like, yes, I like this horse enough that if the findings, I can handle the findings on the PPE, I'm going to buy it.
Yes.
Because I know another thing that I saw online was, you know, individuals who have to PPE multiple horses, and, you know, they're putting a lot of money into each PPE, which does suck. But at the same time, if you had to do it on multiple horses and passed on those horses, then that's telling me that obviously something on the findings gave you pause and you didn't buy the horse. So it was probably worth it, honestly, to just...
Unless you were expecting no findings and just had unrealistic expectations of the findings.
Exactly. Yeah. So go into it with realistic expectations that you will find something on there, and then figure out what you can handle and what you can't.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
This was fun to look at Squid's PPE. I haven't
taking
looked at
a trip down memory lane
since I haven't looked at this since we bought him, but interesting to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's still going at it 3 years later.
Oh yeah. And I have big plans for him when Hazel starts riding.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that.
Look out for Squid and the itty bitty jumpers in maybe like 7 years.
Nah, there's like 5-year-olds. 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. I feel like that's a good range.
Yeah,
a good age.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Depends on what Squid wants to do.
Oh my gosh, can we put her in the hunters on him? Oh my god, how cute would that be?
Like
a little trotting over the ground
cute.
poles.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes.
And he's
with the bows.
And he's like flashy
I
too.
know. That's what I'm saying. Forget the itty bitties. Put her in a hunter class. Like literally the ground poles that they have, or the cross rails that they just trot.
So cute.
And then you have to get her like matching bows.
Oh,
and like
obviously.
Oh my gosh, with her little show coat.
Obviously.
I'm
dead.
Hazel in Hunterland with Squid for sure.
Oh my God. I can see it. I mean,
I know,
like,
yeah.
I have pictures of him like on the walls, and I'm just like looking at the pit, like, because he's flashy.
He is flashy. I'm telling you. I think that could be a really cute combo.
That would be so cute.
Right?
Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Okay, but yeah, that's all we got.
Yep, that's it.
So keep sending us submissions. theworkingammy@gmail.com, at theworkingammy on TikTok and Instagram, but I don't really post this stuff on Instagram.
If you're gonna send us a ISO, or we need discussion topics, send us discussion topics that you'd like to hear us say. Send those to theworkingammy@gmail.com. Like us on all of the platforms. What are we on?
Spotify, Apple Music. I'm gonna have to start posting on YouTube again, I think.
Yeah. Make sure that you rate us on that.
Yeah. Subscribe
to our... Can you subscribe on Apple Podcasts? To a podcast?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, subscribe. We got to get the ending down. Like us, subscribe to us.
Like, subscribe, follow.
Send us emails.
Don't send us submissions to our DMs because
we don't look at those.
I will not. It's too hard to keep track of it. Honestly, if you send me a DM with a submission, I'll probably ignore it because it's just hard to keep track.
Yeah, not that she's not nice. It's just there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I have a baby. My brain doesn't work 100% all the time anymore. So,
and just gentle, friendly reminder: if you're gonna send us an email, we are prioritizing the ones that we will be putting on the podcast.
Yes. So just if you email us, just expect. If you email us, that is automatically consent for us to record it and put it on the podcast.
Yes, because we're not doing the, we should probably change that, the response. Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, we're not doing the email responses anymore just because it got...
We don't have enough time for
that. It just got to be too much, so we apologize. So if you don't want to see your ISO or hear your ISO on TikTok or social media.
Or if you don't want other people to hear
it, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to say don't waste your time to send it.
Yeah.
We would love reading it, but we can't offer a response at this time.
Yeah. There's a lot.
There's
too much going on. So, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. But for all those who do want to hear, please flood our email box.
If you want us to give you our solicited opinions... Email us at theworkingammy@gmail.com.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Ready?
Working Ammy's out.
It only took me, 2-3 years to get that down.